Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and I hope you are well. My name is Felicia Mesadieu and today I am ready to get into my February reset, budget reset that is, and talk about some goal setting and some action items. Thank you all so much for being patient with me and getting out the next video preceding the video where I did a budget live and I just talked about my new goals, my financial goals for 2023 and just going along with that financial journey with me. I am very much still on that financial journey. However, January was definitely a month of putting together a system in place where I could create routines and be successful in those routines and kind of take a very systematic approach so that I could simplify my life and stay organized. I am still very much also on that journey, and with the help of my full focus planner, which I definitely plan to talk about in my next video, I have been pretty much creating the life that I want and getting very organized as far as like just scheduling things and making sure that I have like a daily ritual, making sure I have a night routine, and also making sure that I am checking in with my quarterly goals and looking at my annual goals as well, assessing them and seeing what I need to change up or keep the same to make sure that things are effective and I'm making improvements and strides in my goals. January was definitely a month of looking at my planner, diving into my planner, figuring out my planner so that I could be more successful for February. I've had a little bit more experience with my full focus planner, so for February I'm definitely looking to be a little bit more consistent with my calendar as far as recording and uploading. So definitely working on that and pushing for the best in that for February. I decided to do a pre-recorded video for my budget this month, for the month of February, because I did have some technical difficulties in my January budget live with me video. As much as I want to do a live video, it's also really important for me to know that I am getting out decent quality so that the people who are watching me and holding me accountable while I share my journey can understand what I'm doing, can hear what I'm doing, and can see what I'm doing clearly. And I got some feedback from my last budget live video. I had some hiccups and I haven't really figured those things out yet, so I want to get some things corrected before I do another budget live with me video. Also, I'm still really figuring out the best format for my budgeting style and figuring out the best template for me. So for this video, I decided that it would be best to pre-record it. It's going to be a longer video, so just so you know, it'll still be a little longer. I think this will be the best format to follow me along with for the month of February until those things get corrected. All right, first order of business, let's discuss my action items. I had 2 action items for the month of January, and I just want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, I think, or one of my viewers. Not sure if you're subscribed, but a viewer nonetheless. You commented down below my budget live with me video, and you also are your name starts with a B. I cannot pronounce it, but I will leave it in the little area here. Thank you to you, because I would just want to say thank you for holding me accountable as I shared those action items that needed to take place. And the first action item was to cancel my Patreon. If you are not familiar with a Patreon is basically a membership to pledge you money to a content creator who creates content privately in the space of Patreon. And I was pledging money to a particular creator. I am no longer pledging a membership to that creator anymore. That expense is canceled. That was for $5, so I no longer am doing that. every little bit counts, every little chunk of change counts. And then for my second action item, action item was to cancel my VSP plan. That was my vision insurance plan, and it was an individual plan that I had in addition to a plan that I had through my job. The individual plan that I got that plan when I was freelancing, and I did not have a job at the time, so I wanted vision insurance, and so I got a vision plan, and I kept it thinking that it was going to benefit me to have two plans. I found out that it didn't, so it was unnecessary to keep the two plans, and I canceled it, and I was actually able to get back the money that I was paying to my individual plan while I was also paying money or getting money deducted from my check with my employer, who also has the exact same vision plan. It's just not individually based. After canceling that vision plan, I did receive a credit for $135.63, which I actually applied to my credit card payment, one of my credit card debts. So that leads me into the next order of business, which is discussing my biggest wins for the month of January. Moving forward, I typically would like to have 3 biggest wins that I discuss. I only have one, and that one is to discuss getting the $135.63 credit and taking a significant portion of that and applying it to one of my credit card debts. I have a iPad to keep me focused. So my credit card debt had a balance of $283 for January. I made a minimum payment of $30, which I had planned to pay for in my budget. And then I made 2 additional payments. So I had also planned to make a additional payment of $63. And after I made that payment, I had some more money because of the credit that I received from canceling the VSP insurance plan, and I made another payment of $83 that I took from that credit, and then I applied the rest, I think, to another debt. And I was able to pay a total of $176 on this payment, which now leaves me with a balance of $137. So that is my win for January 2023, which just makes me so excited because every little win counts. Every little chunk of change counts. And that makes me excited because now, as I see the debt decrease, it gets me excited to just keep chipping away at it, and eventually it'll be gone, and then I can cancel it. So we'll talk more about that in another video, on my goal setting video. I do want to discuss more of my plans to pay that off. But yeah, that's my biggest win for January of 2023. So the next order of business is discussing my goal setting plan for February, and I have my notes again to keep me on track. Okay, so these are goals for my budget. My budget goal for this month, I have 3. The first one is to follow the Every Dollar app. I am doing this because I got some feedback from my January budget live with me video, and there are just some things that I need to correct. I'm still seeing some errors in that template that I'm currently using. I just have to shift some things around, and also I'm not really certain if it's easy to follow along with. I know that I'm sharing my journey, and even though this is helpful for me to use, I also want it to be easy to, I think, understand while I'm explaining it. And so I need to just work out some kinks in that budget template. I may get another budget template, I might figure something out, but in the meantime, it's important that I am using some type of template, some type of budget to hold me accountable, and I need to make sure the numbers calculate correctly. And so I'm just going to use something that I've used in the past. Although it wasn't my favorite thing to use, I think that if I'm doing my part by tracking it weekly, I think that it'll be better for me this time around. So I'm going to go back to using the Every Dollar app. I'm going to see how it works for me. This isn't going to be final. This isn't my final destination. This is just what I'm testing for the moment until I get my budget template customized correctly. And I want to use this for the month of February. And also I just want this to be easy when explaining, you know, where my money is going and the plans that I have for my money for this particular month. So I'm going to try that. That's the first budget goal. And then my second budget goal is to track weekly. The second goal is to perform budget maintenance. So that just means checking in, maintaining my budget weekly, and I want to do this every Sunday. So that is my second goal. And my third goal is to, this is a little bit longer, get more specific with tracking my budget for February. Learn a budget tracking and recap format, and do a end of the month February budget recap for my channel so that my goals are more clear for March. So I feel like my goals aren't as clear this month to me. Like, I feel like it was a little bit harder for me to set goals because I did not do a recap from January. I feel like if I actually do a recap, then I can track how I did so that I'm able to make the necessary changes for the next budget for March. So the goal is to get my recap completed by the end of the month, which I'm still trying to figure out how that happens, because if you do a budget recap at the end of the month, then that has to include the 31st. And then you also have to include, yeah, so you have to include the 31st. I don't know like the timing of when the budget recap should go out, in addition to when the new budget goal should be. I just have to figure out that timing. But ideally, I would like to get everything completed by the 31st so that everything is up before the 1st. So we'll see how that goes for the month of March, but that's definitely the goal. Those are my 3 goals. So again, going over these goals one more time: try the Every Dollar budget app for this month. I want to see if I can follow it correctly. Perform budget maintenance by doing weekly Sunday check-ins, and get more specific with tracking my budget for February. Learn a budget and tracking recap format, and do an end of the month February budget recap for my channel so that my goals are more clear for March. And to have this also is included in this, make sure this is all completed by March. Make sure these 2 videos are uploaded before March 1st. That was a lot. That's pretty much it for the goal setting and the action items. I should be able to have some action items for this video at the end of the budget. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to discuss. So now let's move into the next segment of this video, and let's get ready to budget. Kind of feel like, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to budget. I try hard. All right, let's get started. I have on my glasses because this is gonna be serious. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Wow, what a way to see all of this all over again. Okay. So we're just going to reset the budget. Here's what's going to happen. All your transactions will be marked as new, but your planned amounts will stay the same. We'll also fill in any missing items for last month, even if you just renamed them. Are you sure? Yes. Budget reset. Let's go. Okay. So okay, so here we go. I just, I think about this because this is honestly, I now remember why I don't do the Every Dollar app because of how I set it up bi-weekly. But it's okay. I'm just going to use my allocation sheet and we're going to still do this monthly budget because we got to get it out of the way. All right, and this is a learning curve, a learning process, and I'll just figure it out along the way. All right. So, let me see. Okay, so in my last video, someone asked me what was the difference between a liquid savings and an emergency savings. So let me define what a liquid savings is. I know what it is, but I just want to make sure I'm giving the correct definition. Okay, according to the consumer SCU.org, liquid bank accounts include liquid savings accounts and are accounts that allows you easy access to the money in the account. The term liquid means that you can easily withdraw the cash in the account as opposed to many other bank assets which are not liquid. All right. So the reason why I say a liquid savings is because ideally, if I need to access my money, I would be able to touch it. With an emergency fund, you're not necessarily, it's frowned upon to touch the emergency fund. So that's why I have the liquid savings, because like if I need to use it, I can use it. Ideally, I don't want to be using any of these savings, but we just have to think about reality, and the reality is sometimes I have to dip into it. So that is why I have a liquid savings and an emergency fund. The 26-week money challenge actually can disappear. I am no longer doing that at the current moment. All right. So I have my essentials, which is groceries, rent. My water and rent are typically included together, so I'm going to delete water and add that into my rent, which usually comes out to about $1,350. My electricity bill has been going up, so we're just gonna put that at $185 for the month. Renter's insurance stays the same at $48.53. My phone bill is now $57. I will eventually upgrade, but for right now, it's gonna be $57. Household essentials. We are going to put my groceries at I think I could do $225 this month and be pretty okay with $225. I'm just gonna put my rent up at $1,355 just to be on the safe side. Electricity bill at $185. And just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna do $190. Phone bill $57. See, my household essentials would be like toiletries and things of the such. But I honestly feel like, and did you know, and I've recently found out that clothing should be a part of my essentials. But I'm feeling like that should be another category. So I'm going to take out clothing. I'm going to take out household essentials. Okay, I need to cancel my AAA. I currently don't have a vehicle right now. I mean, it's sitting outside, but it needs to be towed so I can get some money for it. Like, I'm going to sell it. So I don't need this here anymore. We're going to delete this category, the new car savings. I'm going to put that somewhere else. AAA can stay for now, but let's put an action item down. I'm going to put cancel AAA. That is one of my action items. Okay, so I am canceling my AAA, but so we're gonna pay $475 for. Okay, actually, I don't know what's happening because if I can get to the AAA before, no, we're keeping it for February. Okay, one of my action items is to cancel that $475. For ride share, that's going to be let's see the due date for a ride, or I don't even want to, okay, let's go back here. Okay. All right, so giving, emergency fund, liquid savings, groceries, rent, Due date is the 1st of February. Repeat every month. Set due date. All right, we've got electricity. Electricity is due my electricity bill is due on the 15th. So the 15th, repeat every month, set due date. Renter's insurance is also due on the 15th, I believe. Let's make sure. Let's see when a renter's insurance is due. Safeco. Okay, that's 48.53. Let's do Safeco. My phone bill is also due on the 15th. Repeats every month. Set due date. That's really cool. They did not have this. This is such a cool feature that they now have. I love it. Alrighty, so for AAA, let's see when AAA is due. AAA is due on the 9th. So let's add we will be canceling that, but right now we'll just keep it for the 9th because it's already like scheduled to be taken out. All right, for ride share. Okay, I am going to put in $100. Excuse me, I'm going to put in $100 for the month of February. All right, so Passport. I have a plan to go to Italy for a wedding this year. That is the goal. Let's see what we can do with that. As of right now, I'm putting $10 aside for Italy. Putting $15 aside for buffer. My cozy home, I am putting aside $35 for spending. I am putting aside $10. And I will be putting aside Now I'm just filling in. Okay, so now for my sinking funds, I'm just going to my previous template that I was looking at, that I used to put things in, and I'm just filling it out in the sinking funds. So I need a space for dental expenses. I need vehicle savings fund and my bed that I'm saving for, and gifts. And that's that. Okay, so basically my buffer sinking fund is just so if I go over, I can always pull from the buffer. And ideally, I would prefer to pull from my buffer than to be pulling from my liquid savings. So that's why I want to build up the buffer so I can just pull from the buffer. I am planning to the goal is to go to Italy for a wedding for a friend of mine this summer, and well, it's in September. So we'll be saving for that. Wardrobe style. I am in the process of trying to refresh my wardrobe and just my whole entire style. So I'm putting away savings for that. I am still furnishing my home and doing the interiors for my home, designing the interiors. So I have a cozy home sinking fund that I put money in. Spending, this is just for a spending sinking fund that I could just spend on whatever. This is for any, I have a dream organization that I would like to be a part of, and so I have a sinking fund for that. Dental expenses, a sinking fund for savings for dental expenses, a vehicle savings fund, and also I am saving for a cozy bed. And I also I have a sinking fund for gifts. So these are my sinking funds. And I try to put money in the very, very important ones bi-weekly or monthly. And for the ones that aren't as pressing, those I put money in there when I can. Okay, so right now for buffer we'll do 15. For Italy I will do 10. For my wardrobe style I will do 10, and this is set aside from clothing that I purchase right now. So I will actually make a category for clothing. Okay, so we've got 15 here, we've got 10 here, we've got 10 there, 35 cozy home, 10 for spending, dream organization 0, dental expenses, we're just gonna put 5 towards that. We're not saving for the savings fund right now. Bed, we're gonna put 20 towards that. Okay, for restaurants, let's do 100. We don't have to do this anymore because we canceled it. So we're deleting the health insurance. I'm just gonna delete that. We can delete, oh. So we're gonna delete this group. All right. So Canva, okay, so then we have our Squarespace design portfolio, Apple Music. Apple Music is no longer $10, right? I think Apple Music is, I think like $12 now. It's $10.99. Yeah, because I remember being upset that it's now almost $11. Okay. This is, I'm still trying to figure out what do I want to do with women's wear daily, but it's $19.99. It went up. This is basically Loom, what I'm using to screen record this, which I need every month. So that's $10. I'm not using Canva Pro right now. Aura Identity Protection. I believe this is $13.99. Let me just check for my bi-weekly expenses. It's $14.99. Okay, so it is 15. Okay, so $14.99. And then my Google storage, Patreon, we are taking off. Phone storage is still $2.99. Adobe Creative Cloud is $58. Okay. So my consumer debt at the moment this weekend. All right, so I'm just going down and playing with the numbers, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I really wanted to pay off, like, I have a plan to pay down my credit one, my credit one credit card. And the way that I planned to do that was to make an additional payment of $63. And I need to get to that amount. So what I will not be doing is I have to take something out here. I'm gonna take away $10 from spending because essentially I put some money in buffer. I'm gonna take away I'm taking away $10 from Cozy Home. So that leaves me with $69.41. And then I can put $63. So that gives me, so let's see, it's $30. So I'll be putting $93 towards my Credit One bank Visa so I can get that paid off as quickly as possible. And I think what I want to do here is 75 here. $75 in my emergency savings. So I'm going to do 85, 85. So we'll do 85 to the emergency fund, 85 to liquid savings. That leaves me with $11.41. Okay. The issue is I still have not put any money towards clothing for this. Okay. Yeah, we need to figure out. still trying to figure out where clothing would go. Honestly feel like clothing should go here. I need to be putting clothing here. All right, so that puts me $13.59 over. Let me figure out where can I take where can I All right, here we go. I have 5173 in miscellaneous. So we are going to take, I have a birthday coming up. I do like to, okay, here we go. I'm sorry. All right, so miscellaneous, we're going to take that down. So for miscellaneous, I'm going to deduct $13.59 from there. You know what? We have a problem. I haven't done my household essentials for this month. Did I? I did not. So we have an issue. I have to put money in my household essentials. Like, that's really important. Okay. This is why I need to increase my income. This is why we do a budget, folks. All right, I'm gonna have to slim down somewhere. So we've got to go back up to okay, we got savings, groceries. I'm sorry, household essentials has to go there or I will totally forget about it. The good thing is I think I only need to budget 85 for that this month. Okay, so now I'm over 98.59. Okay, where can we slim down? All right, let's cut rideshare to 75 for the month. That gives me 73.59 back. Put $10 towards my bed. This, you know, what's happening here is I have a couple of things that I am trying to do with this check. So that's really what's like causing me to have to and this honestly needs to be about 45. Once I take care of this Credit One bank, I will have some extra cash flow. Well, actually, like extra cash flow has to go on the next credit card, but yeah, I refuse to not. I have to take care of this Credit One bank visa. It's like one of my biggest goals for March 31st is to get that the hell up out of here. Oh, I still have miscellaneous. So we'll take out miscellaneous. Honestly, that puts me in the hole of $6.36. Where can I slim down? See, my debt eats up so much of my money. It's ridiculous. That is so much money that is eating up my check. I have to get rid of this debt. I have to get rid of this debt. Like, it has to go. See, that's 1732, Apple Music, WWD. Where can I slim down? Oh, I want to be realistic of where I can slim down. So, honestly, I'm going to slim down. I don't want to cut down in the area of groceries. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I think for this month, I'm going to slim down in the area of buffer. So we'll take out, let's see, 636. Buffer's 10. I'm also gonna slim down in restaurants, make that 95. All right, that gives me $3.64. Where does this go? We're gonna add it to household essentials. So, is it 85 plus $3.64? That gives me $88.64. All right. So, household essentials $88.64. clothing 25, phone bill 57. All right, let's go over this because we've budgeted on down. So for my my total income coming in for the month is $3,369.56. I have a total amount that I'm giving, which is $10. My emergency fund, I am putting $85 aside. My savings, liquid savings, I'm putting $85 aside. Groceries, a total of $225. Rent, $1,355. Electricity, $190. Renter's insurance, $48.53. Phone bill, $57. Clothing, $25. Household essentials, $88.64. AAA, $4.75. We're looking to cancel that. That is an action item. Ride share will be $75. Buffer, that's $10. Italy, $10. Wardrobe style, nothing as of now. Cozy home, $10. I'd like to put something in these buckets, even if it's just small amount. Spending, $0. Dream organization, $0. Dental expenses, $5. Vehicle savings fund, nothing right now. Bed, $10. Gifts, nothing right now. Restaurants, $95. Okay, for my subscriptions, I have Squarespace, $17.32. Apple Music, $10.99. What? WWD, $19.99. Loom, $10. Aura Identity Protection, $14.99. That helps to protect my identity. Google Storage, $2.99. Phone storage, $2.99. Adobe Creative Cloud. Adobe Creative Cloud helps me to edit these videos, as well as I just need the whole suite because I am a graphic designer, so it's important for me to have the whole suite. Debt. This is something that I incurred, so I will have to pay that. That will be $45. Debt 2, that's just there. Okay, so we plan for the Credit One Bank Visa to pay $93 on that. PayPal credit, $30. Ulta MasterCard, $45. Mercury MasterCard, $40.37. I think it'll be 40, around 40. We've got Merrick Bank, $50. Chase, $180. Discover, $60. Freedom Chase, $55. Affirm, $115. And my Apple Card, $60. The goal is to eliminate all, well, I'll be honest with you, I would love to keep my Apple Card and my Southwest chest. I know that goes against Dave Ramsey and his whole plan, but those are the two cards I would like to keep once I get a zero balance. I'm just being honest with you. My student loan debt, this is the only student loan debt that I'm currently paying on right now, and I pay $20. All of my other student loan debts are deferred. We'll get into that once we tackle all of this consumer debt. Lifestyle, gifts and birthdays, $50. Cosmetics, skincare, hair care. At the current moment, that is at $0. I'm not putting anything aside to purchase from that right now. Miscellaneous, we made that $0 because we forgot a category. Okay. Although I am extremely grateful for where I am, because I remember not even having this amount of money coming in, I need to increase. I really, really, really need to increase my income because things just feel really tight and I don't like the tightness. I want to pay off debt quicker. I want to have more money. So my goal is to really figure out what to do moving forward. so that I can start making quicker progress. But the most important thing is the budget. So we've got the budget out of the way. I am going to do my allocation in another video. It's just, I need to figure out how, so like I'll have my actual monthly budget, but then the allocation is something separate. And I need to figure out how to communicate visually the allocation to you all where it makes sense. So that would be a separate video in itself. Yeah, this is a process, but I'm gonna stay up tonight to do my allocation because that's how I like check back and forth. But let me plug in some of these dates here so that so Squarespace, I think Squarespace comes out, let's see, when is Squarespace? Squarespace is the 1st of the month. So let's get Squarespace in there. That's on the 1st. Repeat every month, set due date. All right, Apple Music. When is Apple Music? Apple Music is the 12th. Let's get the 12th in there. Set the due date for that every month. All right, let's get WWD on there. WWD is the 31st. So it'd be the 28th. It's actually the 31st. When is Loom? Loom is the 31st. You know, I'm going to come back to some of these dates because I actually changed my credit card information, due dates for a couple of these. So I'm going to fill in this at a later date. But just so you know, that's an option because I've still got to fill out some things, get some dates. But I'm going to, now that I think about it, I'm going to fill some of this stuff out on a later date. And I already have like my due dates stored somewhere else. So it's not imperative for me to set the due dates right now. But I will come back in and get this together. So this is what I have for the month. This is it. Oh, they have something for goals? Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, that's, okay. Okay, so all this is like if you go premium, but then we just can stick to the budget. All right. Well, that's that. So action items. Action items are to cancel the $4.75 AAA and to plug in the due dates. Get all the correct calendar due dates and plug them into the February 2023, or get the right due dates and plug them into the Every Dollar Budget app. And also to just keep working on my budget template, keep working on how to communicate that visually, the allocation. Not saying that's going to be done by March, but I will work on that and I'll let you know what the progress is. I'll even like work on the template and show you the progress that's made, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be completed by March. But we could do something similar to what I do as a graphic designer. As a graphic designer, you show different versions of like your design. And so what I can do is, as I'm working through the process, I can kind of show you all what I'm thinking and show you different variations of the template. And then until I get like the final product, then we'll do like the final version. But we'll figure it out. I'm a designer. I'll figure out how to do this. All right, so that's what I got for the month. Thank you so much for watching this segment. I know it took a long time. I'll probably cut out some parts. Some parts will be edited, but for the most part, I want you guys to kind of see how long it takes to like do your budget. And this is the closest thing that I can get to a live, so this will probably stay an hour or so, and we'll just work through it together. All right. Thank you. That wraps this up. Thank you so much for watching and following me along on this journey. I would absolutely love to know what your goals are for the month of February. Share any tips that you would like. Make sure you put that down in the comment section. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.